Danny woke up to the sound of birds chirping and the warm rays of the sun streaming through his window. He sipped his coffee and gazed out at the clear blue sky, feeling a sense of contentment wash over him. As Danny pondered on how to get to the airport for his grand adventure, he decided to take the bus instead of the nearby metro station, wanting to enjoy a short walk. However, as he passed by a garbage area, a sudden movement caught his eye, and a rat scurried away from under a newspaper. Danny, who had an intense dislike for rats, stumbled backward, falling to the ground in shock.
Damn it! Why are these rats still around? Why hasn't anyone done something to get rid of them? Poison, traps, anything.
Danny settled into a relatively empty bus, observing the peculiar behavior of the passengers. Half of them were glued to their phones, while the others engaged in animated phone conversations. He decided to savor the moment, enjoying his sandwich and taking in the changing scenery. It had been a while since he had traveled this route, and he marveled at how much things had changed. Finally arriving at the airport, Danny made his way to the parachute jumping area. After completing the necessary registration, he headed to the dressing room. Finding himself alone, he silently hoped that he hadn't missed his scheduled jump. With an adrenaline-fueled rush, he swiftly prepared himself and hurried towards the waiting plane. The pilot and his instructor greeted him with a friendly smile, and Danny exchanged a quick greeting before boarding. The plane ascended into the sky, causing it to tremble, amplifying Danny's nerves. He fought to maintain his composure, a mixture of excitement and fear coursing through his veins. The moment he had been waiting for had arrived. His instructor instructed him to prepare, checked his parachute, and opened the door. Danny leapt into the abyss, hurtling toward the ground at an exhilarating speed. As he tried to survey his surroundings, he realized he couldn't spot his instructor. Panic started to set in. Where had he gone? He had promised to jump after him. Danny knew he had to take control of the situation before it was too late. With a newfound calm, he opened his parachute. As the parachute deployed, Danny found himself surrounded by breathtaking beauty. The warmth of the sun caressed his face, the view from above was awe-inspiring, and a sense of tranquility enveloped him. He felt suspended in the sky, cherishing every moment as it stretched out endlessly.
So dark, everywhere is so dark.
When he finally landed, Danny opened his eyes, but his vision was blurred. A dim light illuminated the area, and a figure approached him. Unsure whether it was a doctor or someone else, he questioned what had happened to him. Had he fallen? Was he injured? The figure instructed him to remain calm and not to move hastily. They reassured him that he would soon be able to stand and leave. But where was he? It felt like a dark, windowless room, kin to a tunnel. His mind raced with questions, but he found himself unable to speak. All he could do was wait for his body to regain its strength. As time passed, the effects of the injection began to wear off, and Danny's memories flooded back. He realized that he had been living underground, much like the other people who had sought refuge from the harsh conditions on the surface. The earth had become a frozen wasteland, plagued by weather, pollution, and devastating fires that blocked out the warming sunlight. Initially, people had tried to survive together, attempting to heat buildings, but eventually, they were forced to retreat to the safety of metro and canalization tunnels. In this subterranean existence, Danny and the others had to rely on virtual reality machines to experience what life was like before. They yearned for a future where the earth would once again become habitable, where the next generation would have a chance to see the sky. For now, they had to live like rats, clinging to hope and dreams of a brighter tomorrow. With a mixture of determination and resilience, Danny vowed to do whatever it took to ensure that future generations would not be condemned to the darkness.